Assalamu alaikum, guys. Today, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Today is the live stream. Basically, I'm making a live video on the content that today that you need for to ace your exam, how to get your A star in IGCSE. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Please मेरी videos को देखें. Please watch my videos that I'm uploading because today I'm gonna cover the most important topics for your IGCSE Biology 0610 without even if you don't attend any lessons, you don't because I don't want to because I want to forget this mindset that we're gonna depend upon our teachers. It's not. So just even if you did not study any lesson, because this video is gonna help you remember your content and how to get an A star in IGCSE biology according to what Cambridge IGCSE just expects. To the point answers. In this video, I'm gonna cover today textbook concepts, and then I'm gonna show some past papers. Like I'm gonna explain the past paper questions. I'm gonna just focus on it. I'm gonna just focus on today's live stream. uh so today I'm gonna explain the topic for because Cambridge Assessment International Education is gonna come, and as per the it's not about like dishes are coming and then you have to assess, and then dishes are coming and then you have to know the assessments and this all things. So today, even if you don't study any lesson, that will be fine. So please like. So I'm gonna start with my content. I don't recommend to study from the textbooks. I recommended to just go through a textbook, just highlight important details, learn them properly. First, you need to master your textbook and your concepts because without these, your nothing is required. So today I'm going to describe about the topic. Today I'm going to describe the topic too. So okay. So this I'm gonna copy the link. I'm gonna share and Ayush more and other channels. Ayush more OP, please. I'm creating a live stream. Please watch my live stream because this is gonna help you in your education. Uh, please watch it. Upcoming video it is. So you have to study. Okay, please. Okay. So it is scheduled. This that she was scheduled up till for March. It was March. The exams were starting from 9th March, like end of 27th February, but due to some conditions, they are cancelled over here. As you know that in UAE, they are gonna. Okay, so next don't do. We don't have to study only for exams. We have to study for long term knowledge. That's important. Gonna share it. Okay. Okay, I'm going likes, please. Anything, please watch my live because this 1 hour focus video, even if you don't study anything, you will get A star in IGCSE biology, and you will thank to this video after reviewing this because I want to remove the mindset you have to depending upon the teachers to explain each and everything, how to write the answer. That will not work. You have to just be confident within yourself, within your preparation, and I'm having the textbook. This textbook is you need, don't touch it now. Leave it. You have to first study this. This is the main source because this is from Cambridge Assessment International Education, Cambridge Assessment Biology Mary Jones, and this resource will help you. Basically, I'm gonna share too. Then you're gonna believe me. Okay, so I'm gonna share the syllabus mainly. So the syllabus is welcome to Cambridge Assessment International Education Syllabus Cambridge IGCSE Biology 0610, use this syllabus for exams that are happening right now, 2026, 2027, because this is the most recent syllabus that you can use. So this video I'm gonna be helpful with you. Okay, I want you to start watching my live video, please, guys. Because it's not for me, it's for those students who are struggling with aerobic and anaerobic respiration. This live lesson will cover everything you need for the 2026 2022 syllabus. This is not only for your IGCSE. This I will cover from lower classes that you have learned, and in a clear exam focused way. This is gonna give you definitions and key concepts, word plus chemical equations, aerobic versus anaerobic, easy comparison, human and yeast comparison, and exam questions plus tips. So this is perfect for last minute revision or full topic understanding. Join live, ask questions, and boost your biology grade today. This is for IGCSE biology, IGCSE slash O-level biology for the topic Unit 12 respiration and to get for exam preparation. So let's start the topic. Okay. Have you ever noticed anything? So today, welcome to today's IGCSE biology slash this is 06 biology 0610 slash O level biology for O level biology, and this video is for designed for both today's IGCSE biology and O level biology session. Today we will cover the topic of respiration based strictly on the syllabus requirements. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to define respiration. What is respiration? Define aerobic respiration. Define Describe aerobic respirations in humans and yeast. State and use word equations. Compare both types of respiration. So again, the important thing is the definition, key concept. You have to just repeat slowly. Have you ever noticed one thing? Okay. This is you will thinking this only for IGCSE and O-level biology. It is designed for that, but I'm gonna cover that you have studied in lower classes, grade 1 till 8, in British year from FS1 till year 9 that you have studied. Because in year 10, I'm gonna summarize this all recollection of from FS1 till now year 10, because this topic is highly tested. This is the most important topic. So today's last session will describe you the differences. That was the first learning objective that I did. The difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration, key equations, your definitions you must know for your exams, how energy is released in cells, real life example exercise, yeast muscles, common exam questions, and how to answer them. Perfect for IGCSE and all level students preparing for their exams. Not only for exams, you just don't have to give an exam and then you give. You have to just remember for long term knowledge so that you can teach everyone even after your exams are finished. Because you need it. Simple notes I will give and exam tips included. Don't miss it. Come ready to learn and ask questions. So, the today's intro. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. The channel is Prep for the channel name is Prep for IGCSE Hub. So today's lesson prep for the channel name is Study by Umar Shahzad. So today's lesson I'm gonna focus upon the today I'm gonna covering the most important biology topics for IGCSE and O level, which is you already know unit 12 respiration. If you haven't been even confused about what's the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration, why you feel tired after exercise, or those equations you have to memorize, don't worry, by the end of this live, you will understand everything clearly. You're going to understand everything clearly by the end of this video. Don't worry, engagement. Just drop on the chat in the chat on the comment section. Have you revised respiration before? Respiration before? Yes or no? So just the most common mistake the students do. Explain first. Let's fix your common mistake. Respiration is not breathing. Most students do this. Breathing is basically inhaling of oxygen, and it's inhaling of oxygen. Breathing is very different from respiration. Respiration breathing includes your gas exchange processes. That's gonna be gas exchange. So enough to want to watch my video for gas exchange in humans that I will create after this chapter is covered, because next chapter is gas exchange. So I'm gonna clear the difference between the difference. Because before no no before you have to revisit, before watching the video of respiration you have to revisit my previous video, unit 10, gas exchange, sorry, unit 11, as per the syllabus, gas exchange. So you were confused with the words, okay? Actually, please don't repeat this common mistake in your any exam, whether it's your lower class exam, term exam, mock exam, board exam, because Cambridge, is the strict assessment. They want clear, precise answers. So respiration is a chemical reaction in cells that releases energy from glucose. Definition. Say it clearly in a proper sentence. Respiration is the chemical process by which energy is released from glucose in living cells. It means that it's a chemical process occurring in your body in which the chemical equation I'm going to tell you, in which, for example, in the energy is released from the glucose in the form of ATP, it's released in your living cells, in your living organisms. And add upon this definition, all living things respires, humans, animals, plants, even microorganisms. So a small tip for many question for you. Why do cells need energy? I'm going to give you uh, 10 minutes to answer this question. First, you have to think before answering any IGCSE exam. Deeply is recognition, mental recognition you need, cognition you need to do. So the technique is mental co recognition. I will repeat before answering any question. Do just metacognition. Metacognition means before part. Now you have a question. Why do cells need energy? First thing, reconnect to the all topics. Link it back. Why we need energy? So I'm gonna give you time to think. I think so. The time is over. So the answer of this question is Mrs. Grant's process that you have studied. We have studied in year nine. That's why this video is recollection of year nine. I'm gonna revise the topics because this is term three now of year 10, and this is the most important time because you're closest to year 11. Next year is gonna be fully mocks, full bubbles, and if you do one single mistake now, by this time, at the end of this time, must have to be thorough with paper two, paper four, and paper six by watching my single video if you have not studied it for whole year, for whole term or year. These videos are gonna help you. Seriously, the cells need energy by Mrs. Grant process. Movement, M stands for movement, R stands movement, G stands for growth, active transport, and maintaining body temperature. For movement, it needs in order to so that you can move, grow, so that you can grow. Active transport is basically a process your body in which your body basically requires you. Now, what I mean is active transport is the movement of the substances, the movement of the substances, it's movement of the substances in which, can you hear me? In which the respiration, the aerobic active transport is basically the movement of the substances across the cell membranes. So the definition of aerobic active transport is the movement of molecules from a region of from a region to lower to higher concentration against concentration gradient, and it requires energy, definitely yes, because it's that active transport and the role of carrier proteins that I'm going to explain in military video. And maintaining body temperature. So before touching respiration, we have just started with the intro to respiration. Now I want to test you with more questions. So I'm going to test you the basic respiration question. The main question I'm going to tell you. This question maybe is gonna be for the beginners who have not learned perfect, for beginners and school students for all levels. From this is a basic question for all your levels. What is respiration? That I've just discussed. Difference between breathing and respiration. These two questions are very easy. Whether you have just started revising or signing, this session will make respiration super easy to understand. Join live and test your knowledge. Again, I'm saying, and then biology basics, IGCSE, and all level respiration student. I'm gonna cover the past paper questions in my later videos. I'm gonna cover, show you some common exam style question and the most common student mistakes then answer, and they don't know how to structure their answers. So you have to basically master your structure. At the end of this video, you're gonna understand how to answer exam style questions. I'm gonna just cover two one to two to three. But beyond my other video, other live stream is gonna be on exam style question, past paper style paper two. I will focus MCQs and also answer 40 MCQs in 40 minutes. MCQs are very easy marks, so don't lose MCQs because these are easy marks. Then I'm gonna cover paper four in that video live stream, and I will cover paper six for only particular topic, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. For respiration, it is unit 12. Again, I'm saying as per the syllabus, it's unit 12. So, okay, the question, what's respiration? It's a chemical reaction in which a chemical reaction in which cells release energy, and basically when cells release energy and that breaks down the glucose. Difference between breathing and respiration, I've just said breathing is the physical process, you are inhaling oxygen and exhaling bad air. And respiration is the natural process. Respiration occurs in animals, humans, and everything, and even small, tiny microorganisms. So respiration is a different thing. It's a chemical reaction. It's happening in the cell. So with respiration, it's basically inhaling good oxygen. It's not about inhaling. Sorry, it's breathing, inhaling, and exhaling is breathing. Sorry, I also mixed. Breathing is exhaling and inhaling, and respiration is basically for energy. It's using energy. Every like contracting muscles. So why every cell needs energy. So now I'm gonna cover the book textbook. I'm gonna cover now. So for minor for this because this video is mostly textbook and concept based focus. So I'm gonna cover the topic. Okay. So I'm gonna cover the topic. Now I have opened the textbook. So this video is mostly, as I said, textbook for and concept focus. No, that was for year 10. That was for early student. This respiration topic is actually a basic topic that mostly students have studied in their classes, honestly. Okay, this all websites. Okay, just focus here. Just you have to focus here. Just to focus. Just to focus. Just to focus. Because this textbook is gonna help. Okay, so you're gonna answer 21 chapters for your IGCSE and all level biology, and these are the subtopics that you need. How to use this? So chapter number one, characteristic and classification of living organism, already done in year 9. Stop chapter 1.1, characteristic of organism. So count the subtopics. You need to answer 21 chapter and see the subtopics. These are detailed. These are not like one line answer. So the characteristic of organism, the biological classification, keys, kingdoms, this all cells, movement in out of cells, diffusion of exosomos, active transport. These 6 units were covered in year 9 term 1, from 7 to 10 in term 2, and for term 3, this is where, as per the textbook, gas exchange in humans was covered in last term, which was term 2, and coordination. Wait. And respiration, that I'm on 11.1 as per the textbook. It's 11.1. So coordination and response, coordination and response. The human nervous system. See, there are 21 chapters. Don't be afraid of seeing the chapters. It happens in every board, whether IGCSE or level. For mainly IGCSE and O level, you have to focus. That's the thing. Even if you don't study, it's not about studying for long, long, long hours, making you feel stressed. No, this short, focused exam style, this short concept exam focus session will make you feel the study like you will see the difference between studying more 8 hours and more than 8 hours. Studying till 5 o'clock will make your life easy if you study this particular topic for year 10. For from FS to year 10, if you can study this topic easily. But for year 11, it will take you a whole because you have to don't. But for revise before going to the past papers, I'm saying before going to the past papers, cover a textbook. Because textbook is the main resource. Cambridge gonna test you the questions. Cambridge gonna flip the questions either into a scenario, either into a knowledge-based question, application question, analysis, evaluation, in which you have to give and focus on the command words that you're gonna cover. That I will cover later. So first, this is I'm gonna say you the topic is C characteristics of living organisms. So I'm going down. These are the living organisms that we're gonna see later because this is already covered in year 9. From year 9 we covered till 1 till 6, not 1 till 6, many topics like enzyme, disease, and immunity was so covered in year 9. So all year 10 is a recollection of year 7, year 8, year 9 biology that you have done. So check your case 3 understanding, case from case 1, case 2, case 3 understanding in year 10. So it's recollection. Nothing is new. New contents. There's no new content up till now. It's gonna come soon. in your later chapters. You will see. Okay, Unit 12 respiration as per the syllabus. IGCSE Biology 0610 used for biology. And if you are O level, you're gonna give the code also for O level. It's also the same. So you don't have to, if you're a O level student or IGCSE student, it's both beneficial because the content is same in all both books. Actually, the book is opening, so it will take time. Sorry. Switch chapter. I'm sorry for the misconception. It's unit 3. Okay. We're gonna scroll down, scroll down because I don't want to see want you to just get confused by the content. That's because that's the video that I'm gonna explain now is everything. Don't think like I'm flipping the textbooks. We have to focus main on key detail answer, highlighting the key points that Cambridge asked. Then the best strategies after studying the textbook whole for it's I'm telling for 21 chapters, whether you are at year 11 or year 10. For year 10, if it's topic wise, that's term wise. It's gonna be term wise test because code and extended assessments are gonna happen for year 10. Because in term 3, they're gonna check whether you are fit for course or extended. So I'm gonna not explain that much in detail much. I'm not gonna explain that much in too much in detail because this video is designed for every class from FS till year 10. I'm gonna cover all. So I'm gonna explain the details that you need for your level that you're gonna actually like it. So basic content I'm gonna also cover because this not that much because this is mainly focused for exam focused I made for IGCSE and O level students. But if you are not an IGCSE O level student, then I prefer don't watch only watch the video. Like you can skip the content that your teacher has not done because don't depend upon teachers. Just check your textbook because this is exam focused. This is for year. This video is at mainly for year 7, which is grade 6 because the inspiration topic starts from grade 5 till I think grade 5. They started the topic grade 5 till 9 it's repeating till 10 also. And if you are taking a biology for A levels, yes, and A level, it will be also there. So don't watch this video. I'm again explaining if you are not from grade 5 to 9 student because some schools start from 4 also, but from grade 4 it's not there. It starts from grade 5 till 9. So we are on disease and immunity. See, I am saying we're for engine. We are closest to the chapter number respiration. Chapter level respiration and a gas exchange. In this chapter, you'll find out how the body uses energy and how aerobic and anaerobic respiration supply this energy. And basic question that I asked breathing, and that was basic question. Even year FS student KG you asked that they will also tell for that one. FS is basically KG1 and KG2. If you don't, if you're not aware, if you're not an all other student, it will be also work if you are from other board, whether CBSE or FBIC. That's because the content is same. The for FBIC and CBSE, I'm gonna cover this topic from their book. I'm gonna check their book because this video is mainly focusing on IGCSE and O-level students. So I'm gonna having the video for them also because this channel is for preparation for IGCSE and O-level. So I can't post any video for other boards, FBS and CBSE. That I will make new channel. So it's gonna be soon. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Sorry, this stream I'm uploading on this channel actually, and I'm gonna prep for IGCSE Hub. I'm gonna opening. I'm gonna open. I'm gonna do that all later. Okay. So let's go back. So Cambridge Assessment International Education, chapter number 12, respiration. Just open the syllabus copy. I'm gonna explain you from the syllabus what you need. 21 chapters you need. Don't be afraid. Okay, so I'm gonna explain the papers also. I won't discuss that much for in that in the detail. Core candidates take paper one and paper three. The questions are based on the core subject content only. Now, as per this core objectives, core means like syllabus based upon that syllabus. Core objectives means there gonna be no any deeper knowledge, deeper content knowledge. There is not gonna be the complexity of the question is not it's not gonna be that. The questions will be more simpler and direct. So the both are externally accessed. So what's the difference is that in core you can get guess you'll just get from C to grade C to G. So for core assessment, basically you're getting the minimum grade is C to G. So I don't want to go for that. I don't want to explain that in much in detail. So 30% is the 30% of your final grade. So what is your final grade? For example, you got B. So B in Cambridge eyes it is I'm gonna it's B 70 to 79. So then you can calculate for example paper one or paper two whether you got for MCQ for 35 out of 40. So then calculate the percentage. So then calculate that rough percentage convert into 100. Then you're gonna get your grades. So on your Cambridge result when you're gonna do that I'm gonna explain you in my later videos because this is full of content focus. So paper three is also theory core. It's also see the timings for paper. Paper one is 45 minutes. This is sorry the multiple choice students. So for core assessment, you will be asked about this 40 for MCQ, 45 minutes because the extra time is given. 40 marks, 40 multiple choice because MCQs I am again and again see these are easy marks. Read the MCQ question one to thoroughly that you will finally understand the statement of the question and it's gonna be easier for you. So for the Cambridge Assessment International Education, you need to know about certain things. You need to know about certain things. So that's gonna be covering that extended candidates will either take paper two and paper four. The questions are based on the core and supplement means more depth in content, higher level of question, complexity of question. They're going to combine 21 chapters, not all 21 chapters in one question. They're going to combine like one top three two to three or two to three topics or maybe four or five. It depends upon they're going to cover like topics and give you a scenario based question. Mostly the questions are scenario based. In your final exam, you will get like this. So mostly year 10 and year 11 questions are mostly scenario based. So I will cover later how to answer them because that you don't need to know. Then paper three, there is paper two, multiple choice extended. Extended MCQs, little bit situation, they're gonna give little situation. Now for respiration, I'm gonna give that all. Paper three, fourth year, then I'm gonna come on paper three. That's gonna also based upon your 1 hour 15 minutes. You will take 80 marks, 80 marks. So this is the original time given for the exam. Some people are saying it's 75 minutes. It is because when you convert 1 hour and 15 minutes into minutes, it is 75 minutes. Because 1 hour times 60, 60, 60 plus 15, that's 75. Okay. So then, okay, waiting, assessment. So I don't know. Okay. So I will not spend too much time on it. 50% it is of your paper. Whatever grade you get in your paper three or four, they're gonna take 50%. For example, if you get out of 80, 75, or you get 60 or anything. I'm hoping this video is for A star. How to get A star in IGCSE biology easy without even studying the textbook. If you don't study the textbooks, this 1 hour video will gonna make your everything easy. So let's go. Paper five and practical tests. So, give paper five is basically practical test. You will gonna performing physically by questions will be based on the experimental sections. In section four, externally accessed. And paper four, I'm gonna sorry explain to you. This is more structured paper. This is more short answer and structured paper. The questions are the complexity here in paper four, it will increase. They're gonna give, that's why I was saying mostly scenario questions, 2 to 3 topics linked in one. That's gonna be for paper. If for extended assessments, paper two, paper four, paper six. It's gonna be not simple like four, it's gonna be more like they're gonna combine. So assessment objectives, knowledge, with understanding you need. Candidates should be able in words using the right front forms in the presentation. Yeah, Cambridge will test you. And the other should be able in words or using the written other written forms of presentation like symbolically, graphically, and numerically to locate, select, organize, present information from a variety of sources, translate information. So just recollecting and recalling the things. Question testing these skills may be based on the information that is unfamiliar. See, to candidates, so that's unfamiliar situation. They're gonna give you real life situation, and they're gonna give you situation that you have not solved. So Cambridge will test same concept that I'm gonna tell, but the scenario is gonna be that the statement is gonna be most tricky. So that's why the students said, "Oh, my exam was a good CIE, real." But I'm they're saying to the parents, "I got full marks. That was bio." But when they see the paper, then they realize they got mistakes. So don't do that. About that. Okay, so then handling information and problem solving, candidates should be able in words or using the other written forms of presentation. Same thing was there. Okay. Then you need to experiment skills, demonstrate, you need to demonstrate a knowledge of how to select or requiring them to apply the principles. See, questions contest the skills. Maybe based on the information, it's maybe they're saying maybe based on the information that is unfamiliar to the candidates, requiring them to apply. Apply means whatever they have learned from the book, they have to just apply it, the principle and concept from the syllabus to a new situation in a logical, deductive way. Logical means think logically, deductive way they have to know. So they're not giving the GCSE if out of syllabus. The questions are based on syllabus, and they're going to test each and every single topic from 1 till 21 chapter. They're going to give maybe one question or two question from each subtopic. They're going to not miss any topic. And the Cambridge exam, I'm going to share soon the verified exams. I'm gonna share board exam style questions for Cambridge for year 10 and year 11. For year 10 exam style questions we will do for this chapter, but main full paper I'm gonna focus at the end of year 10 from 1 till 15 chapters. I'm gonna planning to solve one paper with you for that. That gonna be in my next sessions. So waiting, so you will know. Okay, let's come to syllabus directly. Concept, no. Okay, okay. So core such objective is that state the uses of energy in living organism, including muscle contraction, protein synthesis, cell division, active transport, growth, the passage of nerve impulses, and basically that they're focusing. So I will open the textbook mainly. The first core objective I'm gonna cover. The second, investigate and describe the effect of temperature on respiration in yeast. So one silence reading I want to do using energy. Okay. So every cell needs energy, and in human cell need energy for contraction of the muscles. They need contraction for the different types of muscle, cardiac for the heart pumping of the blood, and that all things. And then because they have to pump the good blood to the body, that all process, so that we can move parts of the body. See, there can be movement. Then making protein molecules. Basically, protein molecules they are studied by the help of protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is gonna cover in later chapters. It's gonna be coming either in 15 chapters or 16. It's gonna be coming, but not now. You need to study. So making protein molecules by the process of protein synthesis by linking together amino acids into long chain. It means like you are basically making the protein molecules. Now you are combining a lot long chains of amino acid to make proteins. So long chains of amino acids are you are breaking down into smaller. Long chain amino acids are broken down to form proteins. Cell division that you can repair damaged tissues and you can grow the type of tissues. That's clear statement. Activate transport so that we can move suggest type that's discover across cell membrane up their concentration gradients. Growth by building new cells that I've discussed. Active transport and cell division. Cell division I've not discussed. You can repair the damaged tissues. You can grow them. I think that's fine. It's a clear statement because these terminology I'm explaining because they're not related to your topic. That's why I'm gonna keep it simple and concise. Transmitting nerve impulses so that we can transfer information. So growth by building new walls which can then divide to form new. So transmitting nerve impulses that we can transfer information. So nerve impulses, there are some nerve impulses in your neuron that's gonna be studying 12, I think chapter number 13. After 13, it's yeah. In chapter number 14, there is comes per the syllabus coordination responsible and test there about nerves and neurons, everything. Breathing exercise in the body to keep the temperature constant even if the temperature goes. Now I'm going to summarize this all what they're saying here. I'm going to summarize all of the energy comes from food that you eat and the food is digested. It's going to broken down into smaller molecules. It's going to broken down into smaller molecules. Everything. Okay, because the broken food is digested and broken down into smaller particles, which is absorbed from the small intestine into the blood, and the blood will transport the cells into the all cells in the body. The cell takes up the nutrients that they need. They're gonna take that nutrients they're gonna need because these smaller molecules, when this food is digested and is broken down into smaller molecules by which is after broken down into smaller molecules, the small intestine, the walls of the small intestine basically absorb that, and basically that sends into the blood. And after reaching into blood, the blood will transport these nutrients to other cells in the body and it's going to reach. The main nutrient used to provide energy is cells is glucose. See, glucose contains a lot of chemical energy because it's a photosynthesis equation that I show you. Before knowing respiration, you need to know the photosynthesis equation. So first I will tell the balanced one is 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O. Now in the form, you need to put an arrow. I will write it here. Cambridge Assessment International Education Aerobic Photosynthesis equation I'm gonna explain, so don't worry, you're gonna ace your exam. You're gonna find it more easy. Okay. So aerobic respiration equation, you need to solve it by step. So you don't require, so before knowing the respiration equation, you need to know the photosynthesis, because photosynthesis will lead to you respiration equation. Respiration, before knowing respiration, before knowing respiration, before knowing respiration, you need, I'm so sorry, photosynthesis. Which is photosynthesis? It's a process that's happened in the plant. You're learning this from primary. It's a process in which plants make their own food. They, in the form, the plant form like the lighted energy, that's all. Like, if you need a definition of photosynthesis, it's a process in which plants use the, I'm repeating slowly, use the chemical and so basically the chemical energy is converted. Hello. Yeah, the chemical energy, they use chemical energy and convert into light energy. This is the photosynthesis definition, the convert to light energy and that all things. So it's processed by the plants and that all you need to know for your IGCSE. So just right, so that things that I told you don't need to know now. Just focus on the equation. First, I'm gonna write the word equation. Word equation. Respiration, you have to cover. Today, I'm going to cover 12.1 in this video, and 12.2 aerobic. I'm going to cover also. And I'm sure that for today, I'm going to cover on first two objectives, because as per the textbook, it's a little bit long, so that you need to know. Actually, I'm going to cover it soon, so please wait for. It's the time for break. Yeah, welcome back. So we were discussing about, and I keep on making the notes, keep on writing down the notes like me. Okay, that does not matter. You can make it down. So I was explaining the main nutrient used to the main nutrient used to. Okay, let's come back. All of the energy comes from the food that I explained already. The main nutrient used to provide energy is basically the glucose. It's basically the glucose that the main basically the main nutrient now do you realize the main nutrient used to provide the glucose. The main nutrient used to provide the energy, basically. Energy. The terminology is energy, glucose. These are important nutrients. Energy in cells is also important. In cells is glucose. In cells is basically in Cambridge you also deduct marks per presentation, your handwriting must be neat and everything. I'm gonna have a separate video of how to do the past papers, and after studying the past papers how to feel confident like under time you're solving many papers like 2 to 3 to 4 papers you for solving full past paper questions, and at least that I'm gonna explain in my later videos. So today's content, then aerobic respiration. It is the main ingredient is used to provide energy. The glucose in sense is basically the glucose. Glucose is the it's basically a sugar. It's a monosaccharide. It's a monosaccharide. If you don't know what's a monosaccharide, look back to the videos. It's about basically carbohydrates and fats. A biomolecule and carbohydrate. There are three molecules: carbohydrate, protein, and fat. Carbohydrate. The elements that is required is carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And then it's gonna be six carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms, and six oxygen atoms you need. Then you need for fats, any acids, the products for the carbohydrates, glucose, and the products for fat is fatty acids and glycerol. And the elements that require it is basically the elements require is the same, not the same, sorry. It is same, sorry. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, same. The last one is protein. For the protein, you need carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and some small slight amount of sulfur in it. So why fat is required for body? That's gonna be that provides vitamin function. It carries vitamin D and fat. It adds flavor to your food. It acts as a cushion to protect your vital organs, heart, liver, and etc. These are functions of the fats. The function of the protein is to just repair your body in order to break down the smaller, in order to break down the large amino acid chains into proteins. So your proteins, if they are in large amounts, so they're gonna break them down into small chains, which is amino acid. So two things: larger molecules are broken down into smaller molecules. Smaller molecules are broken down into larger molecules. Okay, so aerobic respiration, I was writing the main nutrient to provide energy is basically glucose. So glucose contains a lot of chemical energy. stores a lot. Okay. Contains chemical energy. Okay. So keep jotting down the notes. I have jotted down the notes. Main notes from this. So the main notes you have to jot down is I will tell. Contracting this all, you need to write down this. Okay. I'm gonna explain you the part I was explaining which part. So I mean okay. 1 second, please. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm so sorry. Okay. So okay, let's come back. Okay. So the main nutrient is to provide an cells is glucose. Glucose contains a lot of chemical energy in order to make this use of this energy betterly. Like in order to make the good amount or good of you good to make good use of this chemical energy, which is glucose, cells have to break down the glucose molecules. They have to break down this glucose molecule. Glucose basically a monosaccharide sugar. This monosaccharide glucose is basically monosaccharide. Monosaccharide, one glucose molecule is one saccharide, two glucose molecule is equal to disaccharide, three molecules is equal to polysaccharide. If you don't know this, let's watch my previous video on biological molecules. And before coming to this topic, you have to link back to the topics because as you see the topic, these all active transport cells, these are linking back. So you have to go back. That's why I'm saying Cambridge. That's why I'm saying you have to revise the topics on time. Okay, so they have to do this in a series of they have the cells have to break down the glucose molecules, they have to break down the glucose molecules and release the energy, and the energy which is released, and the energy which is released is basically the energy is basically the release is so whenever cells have to break down the cells have to break down the glucose molecules in your body. Basically, they have to break down the glucose molecules and they have to release the energy from them. Basically, when the glucose molecules energy are gonna break down, so basically, I will be concise. Cells break down the glucose molecules, they're gonna release energy from them. They're gonna do series in a state metamolecular reactions. The series of metabolic chemical reactions that are happening in your body and your data metabolic reactions that are happening. Can I come later? You can come. सब My fault, my bro. तो गाइस तो कितने संडे का हम लोग रोब्लॉक्स खेलेंगे गाइस लेट्स डू द 11 PM का event. Okay, he's coming on event here, so that's gonna be on another channel. So you're gonna be updated. I will update you later about the things. I'm gonna come 1 minute after drink water. Sorry for the inconvenience. I went to the garden call. Okay. So let's go back to come back to our topic. Okay. So then the thing is the main nutrient is okay. That's done. This so in order to these this they do this in a series of metabolic reactions called respiration. So this is the definition for respiration. Actually, that the respiration's definition that I spoke was it's a process. It's a chemical process in which the cells break down glucose molecules. Basically, see, they broke down. Now, how to do the quick test for you? They break down. It's a chemical process in which the cells break down glucose molecules. They break down the glucose molecules in, and then the energy that is released from them, they're gonna be it's gonna be in a series, like it's gonna be telling about what metabolic chemical reactions are happening in your body, such as digestion, absorption, assimilation, cell division, heart pumping, coronary artery got blocked. This all processes gonna happen in your body. Urea, that's gonna be excretion. Urea is produced. How to remove excess urea from the kidney? That's all things. That's gonna be in my next chapter. Okay, which is excretion and that's just that we're gonna talk later. Okay. So then let's come to our topic, like all metabolic reaction. Metabolic reactions are basically nothing. They are the chemical reaction happening in our body. Like all metabolic reaction, respiration involves the action of enzymes. Now, the key terminologies for this is for this paragraph, energy comes from where food that we eat that you can write this famous sentence. But the main keywords are energy, food, then it's digested, broken down into smaller molecules, absorbed from small intestine. So the command words, the keywords energy, that food is digested, broken down into small molecule, absorbed from small into blood transport nutrients to the transport nutrients where to all cells in the body. Used to energy is then glucose, chemical energy is the main keywords. The key terminologies you need to write, include in your answer. In order to make, don't you don't need to include this extra. Cells have to break down, yeah, the glucose molecules and release the energy. So basically, how to make in a one line definition. I'm gonna be concise. Cell has to break. Respiration is a chemical process in which you can't. It's a chemical process in which cells break down glucose molecules, and the energy which is released is in the form of metabolic reactions. This is the definition, basically. So you can't make it short because definitions you have to learn as it is. Then, like all metabolic reaction, respiration involves the action of enzyme because how the action of enzymes is there, that enzymes are gonna be if gonna be denatured. That I'm gonna release the process. If enzymes got denatured above their optimum temperature, it depends upon, it is not talking about with any human optimum temperature. There are optimum temperature if increasing. Optimum temperature is the normal temperature. If it's increasing, for example, uh, I'm not talking about any particular substance. Let's take any substance. For example, you are doing potato experiment or any kind of experiment. You are taking 30 degree. No, you are taking. No, this is not for potato one. That potato experiment that for did for osmosis. So that's not for that. So let's take any potato. So there is 30 degrees Celsius you take, and before starch was added to it because it was not there. Then after got that starch example, I'm gonna give for iodine test for starch. It's gonna be connecting too much. You need to know how to connect your top learning. Be back in the minute. I've covered the topic aerobic respiration, and the aerobic respiration is basically the respiration in which the enzymes I'm going to talk if the enzymes got denatured above the optimum temperature, it's going to be like in the higher temperature, they're going to denature, it's going to be like very hard for the enzymes to get. There's going to be no production of enzyme substrate complex. There is not going to be production of enzyme product complex. So the production of the new products is going to be not be there, and there will be it will not result in the good formation of the products because the enzymes are not, because it does not reach it to its enzyme specificity, and that all things. Basically, the main keywords is here active site, because now I will explain the enzyme section. Basically, when substrate comes, it bind with the active site of the enzyme, and then after binding the active site of the enzyme, it forms enzyme substrate complex. After forming enzyme substrate complex, it forms enzyme product complex, and then finally it releases a product. So that's basically enzyme. So then aerobic respiration comes. So most of the time we are release our cells need energy from the glucose. So respiration is basically the it's a process, chemical process in which the cells release energy from the glucose and gets combining with oxygen. That's aerobic. It's happening in all the time, controlled by enzyme, as I explained. And this is happening basically in mitochondria. Inside a mitochondria, mitochondria is an organelle in your body in where respiration is occurring. So the key definition for aerobic respiration: chemical reactions that take place in the mitochondria while use in oxygen to break down the glucose and other nutrient molecules to release energy for the cells to use. And anaerobic respiration, the chemical reaction cells that break down nutrient molecules to release energy without using oxygen. And the chemical equation for aerobic respiration is glucose plus oxygen, aero carbon dioxide plus water. Balance chemical equation C6H12 plus 6O2, 6CO3 plus 6H2. And anaerobic respiration is basically, I will summarize. Anaerobic respiration is a respiration that does not require oxygen at all, and it's basically happening in the cytoplasm. And the single cell fungus is basically a disease that's caused. It's a but here it's a good fungus is used that respires anaerobically. It breaks down glucose into alcohol. That's gonna be a process. Glucose is basically first broken down, the glucose, then alcohol plus carbon dioxide. So I'm gonna continue for anaerobic respiration in my later video. If you like this video, share, subscribe, and channel. I'm aiming for this video 100 million views. Thank you guys for giving me such time. Think that bye bye and stream.